Hi, I'm Angel at the Fairwood branch, and today I will show you how to make Fleur de Lis notebooks. This is a grab-and-go craft that's available at the Fairwood branch, and supplies are limited, so come pick yours up as soon as possible. In today's grab-and-go bag, you should have a composition notebook, some black paint, some gold paint, a page of Fleur de Lis stencils, and a paintbrush. And you will also need a pair of scissors to cut out your stencils, and completely optional, if you would like your paint to dry a little faster, you can also use a hairdryer. So step one is to just cut out whichever Fleur de Lis stencil you would like to use. They come in 4 different sizes. Today I'm using the biggest one, but you can use as many or as few as you would like. This craft is very much a creativity craft, so just whatever it is that you would like to try, go on ahead and do it. So once you've cut out your stencil, then you're going to use that to paint your notebook. In your grab-and-go bag, I've also included some pictures as examples of different types of crafts that you can, paint options that you can use. But just use your creativity, do whatever works great for you. So, my paint is currently still wet, but I decided to do a solid layer of black paint, and before I can do anything else to it, I have to let it dry. So if you let it sit for about 30 minutes to an hour, it will completely dry, or if you would like to speed up your process, you can use a hairdryer. If you do decide to use a hairdryer, just try to keep your setting on lower settings, and to try to use cool. If you set it too high and if you have a lot of paint on your notebook, then it might cause some of your paint to run a little bit, but it's a nifty way to speed up the process. Alright, once you've gotten your notebook to dry, you'll kind of notice that some of the white might still be poking through a little bit. So it's up to you how you would like for it to look. You can leave it that way, or if you add a second coat of black paint, it'll be thick enough to hide all of the white on your composition notebook. If you do add a second layer, just paint it again and let it sit for 30 minutes to an hour, or use a hairdryer to help speed it up. At this point, you can use your stencil anywhere on top of the notebook that you would like to add your Fleur de Lis on. And you're going to use that as a guide to add your gold paint or your black paint, whatever it is that you're doing at this point, to create the Fleur de Lis shape. It's not going to come out perfectly with the stencil. So after we do this part, if you're having a hard time getting the lines to look as crisp as you would like, that's perfectly normal and fine. After this step, we're going to clean up those lines a little bit so that it looks a little neater for you. And you can do straight lines, you can dab it to kind of give it a more speckled effect, whatever it is that you would like for it to look like. Hi again. So we had some technical difficulties with the last video that I made. My iPad just stopped recording, so we're just going to pick up where we left off. On the next step, we were using the stencil to help us create our Fleur de Lis design. And for this one, I just laid the stencil down and used the brush in kind of like a patting motion like this to create this brush stroke. It was very easy to do it this way. It created the design perfectly like this without having to do any additional cleanup later to get things situated. If you do a notebook that has straight lines like this one, then when you paint it, the lines are a little imperfect. For this one, I use the negative space inside of the paper to paint the inside. And you can actually do something similar with this if you want to use your stencil and go around it and then remove your stencil and paint the inside. That's another option as well. Just be creative and do whatever works for you. As far as the notebook with the straight lines here, I used the stencil to help create the shape, but it was a little imperfect, really close, but the lines just needed a little cleaning up. So after I applied my gold paint, I then went back with some black paint and just kind of neatened up the lines and made them a little perfect freehand without any stencils at all. So just be creative, do whatever is fun and works for you. And I hope that you enjoyed today's grab and go craft, and I hope that you'll join us again soon. Bye!